Hello everyone, it's Golden Buddha. Today I found more time to do some movie. It's about semifinals between my our team of Blood Brigade versus Shadowhunters. Thanks to that my account was stolen. I still don't know who's stolen and how to get it back. I'll be making more videos now till I get my account back. If Vitro still refuses to give me stolen account, we'll have to go to court. And I hope you guys will support me in regaining control of my account because it cannot be like that your account is stolen and the company who owns the account does nothing to give it back to you. But back to the topic. Is the game that happened over a month ago, the beginning of April. Shadow Hunters were stalling. They wanted to start at 6 instead of 1st of April. I think Crazy decided to give them a couple of days, so they started 3rd or 4th, I don't know. Let's see to the page. What's the date here? They started at 4th, so he gave them delay of full 3 days. Shadow Hunters wanted to delay game till the new update will be coming. Now the problem with that is that every time new update came, there was a big bug placed in the update, and somehow Shadowhunters were the first to use those exploits as the first team to find them, sometimes even like several hours after the update. So it looked like the inside job, like some of them had access to the knowledge that they shouldn't as a players, and thus that person was breaking, if it was true, that person was breaking Bitro rules, game rules, plus Bitro employees rules. So yeah, a lot of rules broken in that. No fault of Bitro in that case. It's just this employee who decided to share the inside info, and he's at fault, not the company, not anyone else, just that one guy. If he shared that info, because it's strange that every time since October 2022, in October, November, December, January, February, April, those guys had some info about what is in the new update and how to use this new exploit. There was some hiatus in March 2023, so I'm guessing there were no exploits placed in the update, but they did try to exploit in that game exactly at the day of the update, and you will see it straight away. And because we knew they would try that, Crazy countered them and just messed up all their plans uh, to use the exploit in the way it was intended, so to win the game. So what we see here is Brigade versus Shadowhunters. We are green, they are red. They went for the game where you defend oil and just take some iron and wood from Spain and Ottomans, and some food from Ottomans, Russia, Spain, and Italy. I think their plan was to defend Russia because they built a lot of defenses there, a lot of cars there. They built a very low force in Italy, Otto, and Spain, nothing in Morocco. While our plan was to take oil somewhere. Russian oil was the closest. So the plan was to build three big armies, roughly Germany and Austria-Hungary were supposed to hit Russia, and then join France to hit Italy and Spain. That would give us the continental Europe and win easily. While Sweden and UK were like peasant armies, like mobs, just to fill the gaps in defense. That's all, or in the attack. Okay, so how did it go? How did it go? The battle cry, we don't care about it. So first day, nothing. Second day, nothing. No one was attacking AIs, as you see, except of attacks in Morocco. They were afraid of landing, so they took Tunis. Interestingly, they haven't taken Portugal, so we still had open way to land there. Now that will be third day when the attacks started. Uh, this is battle cry, so not important for us. This is us. So what we see here is a rise in the losses. Shadows are red, we are green, but Brigade lost over 100, I think 10 units. Shadow Hunters lost around 75, 80 troops. And yeah, I think it was all due to fact we were fighting in northern Italy, plus Shadows fought in how do we call it? Serbia, trying to dislodge our defenses in Austria-Hungary. There was attack from Kiev versus Lviv, and from Otto versus Austria-Hungary. Now, this is not our map. This is our map. This is day still day 3. Interesting. As you see, we broke through the northern Italy, went for Rome. Here the stats started to get equal, especially after that battle somewhere here, and second battle somewhere there. So I think this is the battle for Rome, but we'll see it soon enough. There was also battle in Königsberg when the Russians tried to attack weakened Germany, but it didn't help them. This is where they try to use the exploit, running here and there with the divided army on speed march. I think they were trying to do the teleport, because this is how you do teleport. So it is possible that someone switched on the teleport function in the update on the 6th of April, but we knew how to use the teleport, we knew how to block it, so Crazy just went with that and just blocked them and destroyed the whole army. Right, so this is day 4th. As you see, day 4th, and this is battle cry, sorry, not us. Fui. So as you see, we took Rome, we took Naples, so all 3 double provinces and capital of Italy burned, plus 3 additional provinces. So Italy was out of the question from the game. Drop down, we don't have to defend it, we just withdraw, gather morale, French in France, Austria-Hungary in Austria-Hungary, Germans in Germany, and we just defend while they struggle to rebuild this destroyed country or whatever. As you see here, there were some fights. But we already got advantage in points to the point where they decided to give up, I think. Yeah, no, still playing. Let's see how the losses went. Yeah, nothing. I think that was the last ditched effort to do something. But that was all. As you see, they took more losses. First one is Shadowhunters, second bar is us. You check it here, Generation Shadowhunters, so they are the first candle, we are the second. So they lost a lot of cars, as you see, like 16, I think, and 1 calf. We lost 5 cars and 11 calves, especially here on day 4, 5. Between day 4, 5, so this is first day, second, third, on the 4th day. Okay, there was some heavy fighting. It was Battle of Rome, I think, and that should be battle for Kiev. Kiev or Kharkov? Kharkov, sorry. That was battle for Venice and battle for, I think, Königsberg. Let's see. This is where they said enough, I think. Yeah. God, we shouldn't see them on the at the day 6. I think they surrendered. Yeah. As you see on those days here, they already regained control of the Italy. Let's see how it went. Here, Italy conquered. We took Kharkov and we took Polish province Kovno to strike on Vilna. Let's see here. So this is day should these both should show the number of days. That will be easier to analyze. Okay, so this is day 4. Italy devastated. Then it will be day 5. Is it day 5? Day 5? Yep. Day 5 we took Kharkov, but we lost those burnt provinces in Italy. We withdrew from them without fighting. That's a good move. This is Battle of Kharkov. This is Battle for Rome. Yep. This is Battle for Königsberg and Battle for Venice. Now we go to day 5. It's still day 5. And they reconquered everything. And now we go to day 6. Yeah, 10th of April, so day 6. And in day 6, yeah, so no more fighting after Battle of Kharkov. We just sit where we are. And we threaten to attack Russia. Yeah, is that us? No, no, it's not us. Okay, so day 6, they decided to surrender, but we don't have any map from that day. It should be the same as at the end of the day 5. So it should be that one, yeah. So threatening to kill Russia while they are trying to move the armies of Otto into Austria-Hungary and Spain into Germany. Well, all those attacks they made, didn't make any sense. They were supposed to merge the armies, like free Morocco, uh, Spain, Otto, and either attack one point or defend Russia, but they didn't. They just tried to attack everywhere with this, I think, exploit, and that brought them to the knees. So this is how it looked like from the perspective of the bots. Now let's pause and move to the new screen where I will show you how it looked like from our perspective. I was not able to take part in the game because my account was stolen, but thanks to the help of the friends, I was able to see the screenshots and see what was happening there, sometimes advising what I would do as a shadow hunters or as them. More important was what I would do as a shadow hunters because that was helping them to see the potential dangers. All right. Now back to the game. We are looking at the maps that were used on our internal Discord. So the idea was to move whole Sweden and whole UK to the center and just attack enemy as you expect. Uh, there were two armies of enemies in Spain and Morocco, one in Italy with possible help from Otto, and one in Russia with possible help from Otto. Plus one in Otto, but Otto is never a good choice because you need to go for boats and then you take only half of the Otto and you need to swim and risk getting sunk. So Otto is not a good option. Russia is not a good option because it takes around several days to conquer it. The fastest way was to go for Italy, but because of the oil, we decided to go for Russia. Now, what happened later? Uh, this is the selection of the countries, how it went. So we took, they took Russia. We took France and Austria-Hungary. Then they took Spain and Morocco. We took Germany, Sweden. They took Italy and Otto. So we were left with Great Britain. All right. Now let's move. This is how it looked like. Who was on which country? Um, what was built by the opponents. So those X's are the workshops, while squares are forts. So we see that there is huge concentration of forts and the workshops in Russia. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this gives us around 14 cars at the end of day 2 and the beginning of day 3 when we attack, and possible 21 cars if we hit somewhere in the middle of the day, free, end of day free. Not the best odds. So at that time, we started to move towards the plan to kill Spain because Spain refused to build any forts. As you see, they built barracks, two workshops, and one fort here. Not sure why. They fortified northern Italy and also fortified those two provinces. Fortifying this province makes zero sense, guys. Don't do it. Now, those are workshops with possible circle should be barracks, and those are also barracks, I think. Now, there were three workshops in Italy, not enough. Probably they decided that Italy is already lost. Same with Spain, not enough workshops here, and um, not enough forts. So the plan was to hit Spain first, and then Italy, I think, at that point, when we saw where they started to build things. Because what you do, you try to adapt when you see errors made by the opponent, you try to use them. Okay, now this is the idea how to kill the Switzerland and how to endanger Northern Italy. It never passed. We never took Switzerland. Now that was idea how to place troops here, scouts. Here we see that opponent is building strange things. Uh, Probably fort, but it turned out it to be barracks at that point later on. So they changed it from fort to barracks when the scouts checked it. Uh, that was possible point of attack through one capital, through one province here, and you get to the empty capital of Otto. Easy to do if you have good players. You start to see movement of troops somewhere to Prague, Swedes, Germans, UK going here. In the first days, you have element of surprise because opponent doesn't have deployed scouts and balloons, so he doesn't see where your troops are, so he cannot know where are your troops are going. They can only anticipate what you are doing. So that's why me and Halgraf are always playing as the opposite team to give our friends idea what a opponent can do in the first days. Now this is the attack from Morocco to take Tunis. They make sure that we don't land there. All right. Now you see this Spanish on move, starting to build some forts with a huge delay. I think 12 hours or 24. Now this is end of day two, I think, because we see the 4 hours to start the wars between players. Some deployment of Italians. As you see, the deployment is not good because you lack Ottomans, Spanish reinforcements, and Moroccan reinforcement. Okay, let's go to the next. Now, there was idea they can attack us in Kronstadt from Jassy on Galatz. So that was not good. Turned out they went full attack through Serbia with Otto. That helped us in Italy, of course. At that point, of course, we abandoned completely, taking oil. So we were buying oil from the market, having good relations with AIs. Okay, those are Ottos. We didn't know how many of them will land in Italy. It turned out there were scouts only. Now some fake attacks from Russians to make sure our troops are kept away from Italy and Spain or Austria-Hungary. Okay, Italians deploying in 4 forts in the north. That's too much for them because it's 30 units per fort. We have 5 armies that can strike it, so not good odds. How this mindless going here and there, 24 hours activity mostly on all accounts. So, general stuff that is done by people, by accounts, sorry, not people, by accounts. managed by people for 24 hours per day. They can move here. Like mostly they are like 99% they are sitters, but there is 1% of people who can sit somehow, according to our game operators, gold operators, game operators, and vitro. 24 hours per day without going to toilet, school, church, anywhere, even to kitchen for something to food. 24 hours per day for like months or years sometimes. On the 500 mass for half a year. I don't believe that, but apparently it's true. I don't know such a people. Let me know if you know them and post the information about those people below. We'll ask them in the game how they can survive such a style of living. Right now, these are UK troops. Yeah, we didn't know what to do with UK, either to send it to Russia or to Otto or to Italy. And Italy looked like a vulnerable target. I think they were supposed just to stand next to Venice and block those troops for the main attack coming from another side, but it turned out the opponent did this, and it looked fine for us. So we decided to strike. What happened next made opponent panic and withdraw from here to save the rest of Italy. Because what happened is they lost in Venice somehow because of this flower. If you don't know how to use flower, don't use it. Okay, that's the best idea, especially not against Boot Brigade. You don't do flips against Negin in mm, in the how do we call it in the b-boy tournaments, and you don't do flowers against Boot Brigade here in the Alliance tournaments. Now you see here our friends attacking, leaving those two mechs inside the fort. Um, because this is this new mechanic where you can see up till three and a half, I think. It was easy to spot. It's a very good mechanic because nowadays you cannot gold forts like in 81 and get away with that. Here we see everything, and you cannot gold mark units on the 3-4 because we see everything. I mean, that was the problem in the last game we had with the Shadow Hunters. Okay, so as you see, we took Venice, they fled with the rest of the troops. They withdrew some troops from the west, as you see, to block the passage. UK lost 12 units, I think, only. Oh, they are still panicking, moving away, moving away, moving away to block the way on the line Bologna-Genoa. Right now, here are our troops striking. I think it's Turin, yeah. Turin. Yeah, I'm European, I should know those names. Yes, this is Turin. We attack Turin. Here, sorry for that. We cannot see how many units are there. I think one. Yeah, one. What do we see? The free prone attack from Ottomans, taking all three provinces of Serbia at the same time. Then we move here. Uh, we have Austro-Hungarians joining the attack with the mechs and Germans joining the attack with mechs. So now Germany were defended by Sweden and the troops from, how do we call it? From UK still coming because they did not attack UK somehow. So it was same platform and we were able to send all troops to the center. Same with Sweden, to be honest. You see, there are some Moroccans very late. They are trying to defend, but it doesn't help them. So as we go south, there are also French moving from the west, following our steps. So there's a good coordination here. Um, we somehow managed to catch the second army. I think that one. 55 and 5, yeah? Is that correct? I think so. Now those are Ottomans in frenzy trying to storm the forts, hoping they can break them with only infantry, which makes no sense, especially if you have Serbia on your side. And you know that there are some Swedish guys wandering about and UK guys wandering about, plus probably Germany somewhere there. And you're attacking forts without cavalry or cars. But yeah, they still went for it. Now, this is the moment when they try to use the exploit. I think, yeah, it's day 3. So we started 4, 5, 6. So it's 6 of April, day of update. So that army was trying to do the exploit of teleporting or something similar to it, very similar. Unfortunately, it was not never able to make it work because we managed to catch it and fight it. Now here there is the main attack. As you see, this fort is defended, I think, by Germans. Are they Germans? Mm, Swedish? I think those are Germans. So that's Sweden or UK? Hard to say. Okay, that's France versus Spaniards. Spaniards wanted to defend, but now they are forced to attack, like Austria, like Ottomans, but they do nothing. Now you see UK still coming, UK here, down to 46 from 78, Austria-Hungary, leftovers of the leftovers of Italy that escaped from here, and of course Germans. Now, why we didn't attack that? Because it has a fort and it's blocking way to Rome. Why to go there if you can go around and hit the Rome straight away? Now, the good idea would be also to go for Naples because it doesn't have any fort and you can take it. But they decided to focus all armies into Rome just in case there are more exploits on the Shadows Hunters side, or they can get lucky or something with the fort or something. So we decided to, Crazy decided with Telegraph to focus all armies on the Rome and finish that one, that country, Italy, straight away. Uh, this is the German army that is dying. What was that? It was 56. Now it's down to 24. While our oh man, where is it? Well, we are down from 49 to how much? 49 to 36. Yeah, so we halved their army while losing only 10, roughly. Right, then down, then 0 in the end. Right. At that point, they decided to leave the Spain, send the first Moroccans who were defending Spain, then Spanish defending Spain to help in Italy, but it was already too late. That's the core idea of them to copy our flowers. You don't do flowers against them, against us, because you lose. That's why some people, some organizers in Alliance Tournament 1 decided to block flowers, ban flowers, because they knew we would win the second title with ease using them. That's why they decided to block, ban micro jump, because we are the best. There was no one else who could win the Alliance Tournament 1 if we used all our strategies, if they were not banned or not fixed or not patched by Bitra after. Some people use the hug attack on Hastings to get access to our server and then to steal things that they then decided to ban after several hours in Alliance Tournament 1. This is not a fair play, guys. Organizers of Alliance Tournament 1, you know who I'm talking about. Everyone knows who I'm talking about, probably. It's a Dutch game operator called Petit Tourus. And you shouldn't really do such a thing as a employee of Betro. But I did anyway, so we of course protested. We made a case with our customer service, but they rejected the idea of doing anything about it. They refused that the Discord could be any evidence against anyone, so there is nothing you can do. In the end, you know how the 80 finished. Someone won, the team that everyone can defeat easily with the micro jump or flowers. But here we have our opponents using flower against us. All right, we go in, we attack. There will be, oh, this is mobile. Okay, there will be some deaths, of course, on both sides. Now, why you don't use flower against us? Because you finish like that and that, and then you lose a roam. Because when a chimp learns how to use chimp utility doesn't work well for the chimps. So, so after taking Rome, you see that they withdrew straight away, started to panic, decided to move troops, Spanish and Ottos, to Italy. But Italy was already lost, so we simply, oh sorry, I closed the page, moved away from the Italy. As you see, Italy is conquered, Naples, Rome, all double provinces, plus several others here. And at that point, we decided that there's no point fighting in those provinces because we'll be losing morale. We'll just move away and get some hit points. Yeah, this is of course Sultan trolling, trolling. Who is that? Real World War Z. Same as he's trolling sometimes the Dutch guys. Okay, that's the heat map. How many enemies we can expect in some places? So 150 Spanish, roughly, 35 Moroccans swimming, roughly 70 Otto going here, 80 Otto staying here, 35 Russians stay left, and 50 Russians stayed here. Okay, you can see that Spanish started to move more troops. And the Ottomans landed, started to retake provinces. We don't care, it's already burned. We move away. Now this is the attack. So Austria-Hungary was quickly redeployed from Italy to that part of the world called Ukraine. So this is Kharkov. We went through Yase to shorten the road, speed up the attack. 12 calves, 8 cars, 64 infantry, high hit points, so very easy. Enemy is flowering once more. They haven't learned anything, but instead of flowering 5, now they are flowering 1. Now, this is the situation in Italy. We simply withdrew from the burned Italy. They retook it, and because of that, they had to pay high cost of maintaining those broken provinces. Because to get province to be profitable, it has to, like a single province, it has to go to around 70% morale, I think, and while the double has to go to 35%. So yeah, not the best idea. Plus, it doesn't help Italy at all because they are taking it and it's far away from their homeland, so and capital, so even less morale for them. Oh yeah, going further. So after some flowering, our dear friends decided that's not a good idea to flower in Kharkov. Not sure how many troops they had here. We have 64, yeah? 12 and 8. Now after some time we have 12, 8, and we lost 13. And they are like man, they are broken. Only 4 left. Not sure what happened here. I think we killed a lot of them. I think so. Because there was 46 and attack soon. And then there's only 4 of them. Right. Now here is the attack prepared by, I think, Germans. Yeah, because this is France, this is Sweden. Sweden still defending as a mobs, and this is Germany preparing to attack Vilna via Kovno. So we prepared this attack. Those are their moves. They plan to attack through Switzerland that we are supposed to take at the beginning of the game. Now redeployment of troops going here, there, everywhere. We of course were able to cut them off completely and get them stranded here, but we're just chilling out in the forts. Now some defenses are coming. So that army was, I think it was meant to block army in Vilna. So the main army of Austria-Hungary was able to conquer everything from the south. That is faster away. Now they are thinking about, yeah, yeah. They were thinking long if they should, if they should forfeit. They forfeit, and they still organizers and they help us asking us if we accept that. Not sure for what. Yeah, we asked twice already about that we if they want to forfeit because we want to take it, and he's still making problems. So for the third time we said yes, we accept. Okay, then is that, and that's the final score at the end of this day six. So they decided to lose the game. So we had only two additional provinces, Kovna and Kharkov, but we destroyed around half of Russian army, and there was nothing to stop us because we had already Russian army, Austro-Hungarian army, German army, Swedish army ready to attack. That 65, 80 troops left here. Spain was half empty, Morocco was empty. Moroccan armies were decimated here in Italy, same with Italian armies. Uh, Otto had a strong army with few losses, same with Spain, but they didn't know what to do here against level 4 and level 5 forts, so they just forfeit at that point. So this is how you win games with better maneuvering and better placement of troops at the beginning of the game. Yeah, why the Shadows lost? Because they overinvested in Russia and they used the defensive troops to attack us. What you don't do. If you defend, you defend. That's all. You don't use the troops to attack. You don't use some honky monkey exploits that are risky if you are not able to pull them out properly, like these flowers everywhere. Um, that army that was supposed to attack us, it was not strong enough, not enough cover calves, not enough cars, and this army did nothing. Just retook empty provinces. What's more, there was not enough troops in Italy. Of course, Moroccans were sent there, but also Ottomans were supposed to be sent there and to Russia. Same with Spanish. Some Spanish sent to Italy just in case, if you cannot send all Moroccans on time. So I would expect to have 1.5 army here, 1.5 two armies here, and 1.5 two armies here, plus like half army here in the fort. That's all. Why? Because no one is attacking Goto, and defending Goto is pointless. But our friends didn't know that, so that's why they kept all Otto army here, hoping it will do something, but it didn't. Okay, so that's the summary of the semi-final game. Soon we'll go to the final. Final is unfortunately boring, very predictive, and yeah, we are thinking if me or how do I come? Telegraph should join as ahead of our friends because despite look, that my account was stolen, I can still play the game apparently, according to CS Conrad, because I don't have access to the account anymore. So that means I can have another account. Thank you for that, Bitro. It makes completely a lot of sense. Yeah, it should work like that. So that is it. I think. Thank you very much. And yeah, Thank you very much and see you in the next one. Bye.